Hey folks, Chris once again, as I meant to say. Welcome back to another video. This is another request assigned from Peter. Yes, I have my Chucky shirt because that Snoopy shirt was dirty as hell, so I changed it. I hope you like it. Anyway, let's react to this video. This video is called Top 10 Cartoons That Should Be for Kids. I wonder which ones are on here. Without further ado, let's check this video out. Yay!
It's on. Hey, how's it going, you guys? That was a really awkward beginning, but you guys are here. I'm here as well. I'm Landon, and this is where I take interesting topics and compile them into a top 10 list for your guys' enjoyment. So let's get right into this. This is the top 10 cartoons that shouldn't be for children. A lot of these I've watched as a kid, and I didn't understand it until I rewatched it recently when I'm an adult. Well, I like to think I'm an adult. And man, these cartoons, they're very inappropriate. So let's get right into this list. Starting us off, in at number 10, we have, believe it or not, SpongeBob SquarePants. There was a study conducted in it.
What the fuck is wrong with SpongeBob? There's nothing wrong with SpongeBob, bro.
They concluded that just watching 9 minutes of the program can cause short-term attention span and learning problems in children under 4 years old. There was a lot of inappropriate jokes in the show as well. I mean, take a look at this picture right here. SpongeBob is blowing up this balloon that's actually a condom. Here is Squidward using a vacuum cleaner to clean his private areas. He's like getting pleasure from it. Here's Patrick and SpongeBob naked holding some money, clearly a prostitution.
For one, they're objects. They're not human, so you don't see any penises or asses. The condom joke was just people having a dirty mind, and so was the one with Squidward cleaning his private areas, as he said. These things are only inappropriate if you have a dirty mind. They're not actually meant to be inappropriate, man.
Joke here. And this is a well-placed boner joke. Up next, we have Caillou. He's this, like, bratty kid who has tantrums and he's...
Caillou is fucking awful. I will agree with that. Caillou is fucking terrible. He's awful. He's a little shit. He's a little pig. He's ugly. I mean, he's creepy with tiny little eyes and nose and that big-ass mouth. Talk about Mr. Big Mouth. Plus he cusses.
Nice to his sister, and he stomps his way to number 9. Caillou's bratty behavior has a lot of parents upset because it's teaching kids that they can cry, throw tantrums to get what they want. Because he does it. Because of all the complaints, the show is short-lived, only having 5 seasons going off air in 2004. Another cartoon that has the wrong message for children is a show called Max and Ruby. And they keep things a secret. In at number 8. Max, who's the younger brother, he's always getting into mischief, and his sister always has to, like, cover for him and get him out of trouble. And this shows children that they can just get away with anything and everything. And they are never under parental supervision, and they never tell their parents what happened that day. They lie about it. Again, teaching kids that if something bad happened, you shouldn't tell your parents about it. And at number 7...
I mean, it's just a cartoon. I mean... the cartoon Max and Ruby isn't all that. It's just, I mean, yes, it's kind of wrong to keep something a secret if something big happens to you and you can't tell your parents, but Max and Ruby is just a good cartoon. But yeah, I will agree that some of it is kind of wrong to show a kid. But a kid ain't gonna care. I mean, the kids are just gonna watch it and think, huh, maybe I shouldn't tell everybody everything, but I don't know.
7, we have Johnny Bravo, a really cool dude.
Johnny Bravo, yeah, I can see this one being on the list. I still watched it though.
That's it. Man, I'm pretty, but very inappropriate. This is one show you have to look back and you realize how just inappropriate it actually is. But this show, for some reason, was for you guys to watch as a kid, and me too. Johnny Bravo is a show about a womanizer who is constantly making sexual innuendos.
Hey, Vaporilla, that's a pretty eensy-weensy, teeny-weeny polka dot thingy you got going there. Wanna do a monkey with me?
There was a lot of hidden jokes in the show as well. Johnny Bravo can be very offensive and refuses to learn anything from how people react to his behavior. Our Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they seem innocent, but not on this list, and they make their way into number 6. The original cartoon has been around since the...
The things have been around for a long time. Like I said, I've seen worse. I mean, you can show episode of Goosebumps where it shows a teacher turning to a monster and eating spiders and bugs, and that gets past the censors. But shit like this with Ninja Turtles putting out their weapons, not doing anything with them, is offensive. What the fuck?
The 80s, there is a lot of violence which entices children to imitate the fight. The show also causes children to overindulge in eating pizza, which promotes overeating and increases the risk for obesity among children. So you guys are probably like, oh my god, Landon, why are you being so stupid? Just if I watch this show, it's gonna make me eat pizza? No. Well, there was actually statistics proving that once this show aired, pizza sales went sky high. So yes, it's true. And the show is actually pretty violent as well. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles uses weapons to fight and encourages kids to...
Yeah, them using weapons to fight people not really stab is okay, but some of the stuff in some of these other shows, like Goosebumps, Ren and Stimpy, and all that shit, was... I'm sure those two are going to be on the list. Well, Goosebumps is a cartoon, but... Still, the stuff in Goosebumps, and even the Haunting Hour... That stuff is way more graphic and disgusting and scarier than most of every single one of these cartoons on this list so far.
Up sticks, even knives to fight. Okay, there's so many parents complaining about the next one, and right now we're in on number 5, and we're talking about the cartoon Tom and Jerry. This is one of the oldest cartoons on this list. The original show was released from 1940 and stopped running in 1967, in which, isn't that the last year the Leafs won the Stanley Cup? Has it been that long? So the show is just 6 to 10 minutes long, and it has 2 main characters, which is a cat and mouse. They go after each other, trying to kill one another. They have knives and guns. There's a lot of controversy around the show as well. Tom and Jerry featured a lot of racial stereotypes. The black characters in the show would have like large lips and bow-tied hair. There was a poor black maid character who spoke with an accent which they thought this is how you represent a black person's accent. Okay, where are we? Oh yeah, we're in at number 4 right now. We have Scooby-Doo. Where are you? Scooby? The cartoon reference.
Scooby-Doo? What the fuck? Why is this on the list? This isn't anything bad.
From 1969 to 1971, it was really short-lived. It was about a group of teenage friends and their Great Dane Scooby trying to solve mysteries. But this displays a bad influence for children. Why? Well, the show portrays a group of teenagers that breaks into buildings and abandoned houses in order to track down and eliminate ghosts. It teaches children that it is okay to trespass and meddle around in private property, which causes kids to believe that there would be no consequences for their actions because, you know, the group never gets in trouble. But if this happened in
Your actions have consequences! Wait, where you were? Never mind.
real life, you're breaking in someone's home, you're probably going to jail. Now at number 3, let's get serious here. We have The Simpsons. And The Simpsons, oh man, this thing can get very inappropriate. So this is actually one of my favorite cartoons growing up. My fiance, she wasn't allowed to watch it for many obvious reasons. Now that I watch the show, like, I understand the inappropriate jokes, but as a kid, I don't know why it's for kids. They address topics that's too mature for kids, such as sex and religion. This is a still ongoing TV show, and it's been running since 1989. It is successful, but there should be an age restriction on it. When the movie came out, the movie was actually rated PG-13, which is questioned to why isn't the TV show rated PG-13 as well. So the movie starts off with Bart Simpson's penis.
I mean, The Haunting Hour was rated PG, but look at the stuff that's in that show. Like, seriously, you should. If you haven't seen The Haunting Hour, watch that fucking show and see if it's hey, is that for my kid? I mean, that show get away with so much shit. It's actually scary. Like, I did a whole video on talking about the show and showing my DVDs if you haven't seen it.
It's shown in like different ways. He constantly harasses his sister. The Simpsons has a ton of violence. One scene had Homer Simpson fighting the 41st president of the United States, George Bush Sr. Okay, what is worse than The Simpsons? Family Guy. Seth MacFarlane is one funny guy, but very inappropriate. And this comes into our list at number 2. This is a show that banks on humor, but this type of humor is not appropriate for children. This cartoon discusses politics, race, religion, and also portrays vulgar scenes, and the language is also very offensive. The American animated sitcom has been the target of numerous complaints concerning taste and indecency, and there's also a lot of scenes that suggest sex.
Hey, team, you're first.
Mom!
I like where this is going. Giggity, giggity, giggity.
Finally, we've all made it into number one spot. What is the worst? Well,
South
you guys have
Park.
to wait, because let's quickly recap
South
everything
Park.
we've had so far. We've had Caillou, who is bratty, gets his own way. Scooby-Doo and the gang breaks into houses all the time. We have The Simpson, who addresses a lot of inappropriate topics. And finally, in at number one, something that should be filtered, but is not filtered, South Park.
Hold it.
This was a show I wasn't allowed to watch, and my parents weren't too strict, but damn.
Mom, I'm into this movie. I'm not going to bed right now. Relax.
You most certainly are. Right now, mister.
I will go to bed when this movie is over, Mom.
This show has constant swearing, graphic violence, drugs, explicit sexual activity, and much more. Well, there you guys have it. That was the top 10 inappropriate cartoons for kids. Let me know if I've missed any, or what did you guys think should have been number one? Let me know in the comment section below. That's it for me, guys. I'll see you guys all in the next one.
God, I'm surprised Happy Tree Friends was on this list too. But yeah, the last three are definitely not kids cartoons, but the rest of them, I'm like, I've seen way worse. I mean, I might do a reaction video on the Ninja Turtles thing, but Ninja Turtles was too violent. I'm like, look at fucking Ren and Stimpy. Why wasn't that on the list? That was weird. Or The Haunting Hour, or hell, parents are letting their kids watch Stranger Things. Parents are letting their kids watch Squid Game. Squid Game and Stranger Things, they're good shows, but they're definitely not for kids. They're both graphic and horrific as hell. But that's just me. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what's your favorite inappropriate kid cartoon or adult cartoon. I love every single cartoon that was on this list except Caillou. I didn't watch much of Max and Ruby, but I thought it was a decent cartoon. But yeah. So with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. And we'll see you guys later. Bye bye.